Running for office may feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone.
So you want to run for council.
hmm
I would say local city clerks, town clerks offices.
There's other organizations like Operation Black Vote, or I should say local municipalities will put on their own workshops, municipal workshops
Yep.
for candidates. So there's a plethora of information that is out there.
Yeah.
But certainly your local municipality and AMO is a great starting point.
Like I'm even thinking about some of these other campaign schools like Equal Voice, Stronger Leaders, Stronger Community. I would also say from an underrepresented candidate's perspective,
hmm
you mentioned Operation Black Vote.
Yeah.
I know there's a number of other kind of underrepresented resources. I believe there's a Canadian Muslim vote.
If you're looking for very specific, tailored information, workshops, resources, even connections to other organizations, you could get that under one umbrella, and that's AMO.
I agree.
Well, first of all, I'll say not with yelling and swearing. That's for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of politicians are nervous when people approach them because it's not sure what they're going to get.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're going to approach them with some respect and dignity, they do have a public office that they hold, and I think they deserve a certain basic level of respect. But you should approach them with a level of curiosity.
Yeah.
And asking for knowledge,
Yeah.
right? It's difficult when you're in an election cycle and you're approaching an incumbent and you let them know, hey, listen, by the way, I might be coming for your seat. Those
Sure.
conversations may be short, but they could be respectful, and you'd be able to take information away from those individuals. But as I mentioned before, if it's not from them directly, there's still ways that you get information and how it'll be like in sitting in that seat by watching previous council meetings.
Yes, it's so true. There's an opportunity for you to get to know people who are going to potentially be your colleagues. Spending the time getting to know folks that you are going to be working with. Like, think about it. If you've ever been in a job interview, right? You might meet your boss, you might meet one colleague, you might meet your boss's boss, but this is an opportunity for you to meet everybody on the team before you get there. If you don't like any of them, what are you going to do there? Right? Like, you still have to work with these people, just like you have to work with staff. You aren't getting paid to do a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is your job to work with these other people on council.
Ability to work as a group to come up with a decision, because if not, you have gridlock and decisions are not being made, and your community is suffering if those relationships are not there. And you and I have seen situations, or have heard of situations where, unfortunately, councillors are not getting along, and decisions are not being made, and again, the community suffers.
I agree.
And you know what? I don't want to give a bad rap, because I had mentioned before that if somebody knows that you're running for their position, they may not be forthcoming and wanting to help you. That's not entirely true. And I want to give a shout out to Councillor Walter Bonato in Shelburne, Mayor Wade Mills in Shelburne, because these individuals were on council, knew that I wanted to run, extended their hand to me, provided their knowledge, didn't see me as the competition, but saw me as a person who was interested in running. So there are many councillors across the board who are willing.
There will come a time where the nomination process closes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right?
It has to, doesn't it?
It eventually will close. So once it closes, I would say there is going to be a couple, maybe more people that have been acclaimed. They don't have to run for election.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Guess who you can tap to be part of your volunteer network if you've made a really, really good impression? I think it's a really good opportunity, and sometimes they're willing to help, sometimes they're not. That's with anybody in the community, just like you'd have from a volunteer perspective. Because for me, it was having endorsements. Your literature, being able to post things online. Shout out to Rob Burton, Mayor of Oakville. He was kind enough to give me an endorsement. Having those endorsements in place and endorsements from the community are really what I think kind of elevated my campaign in comparison to other people. And I would encourage people to do that.
If you have an acclaimed councillor, somebody who's been on council for a number of years, not just on council, but doing an effective and good job on council, and they're volunteering your campaign, they're door knocking with you, that sends such a strong message to your community to say, hey, listen, if this acclaimed councillor that we know and cherish is there door knocking with you, that person's reputation is almost directly imputed on you. That bridges a lot of gaps, gets you endeared to folks a lot quicker than if you were doing it on your own. So I really agree with what you're saying. If you could take advantage of that, it'll be certainly in your best interest. But the relationship building, we can't overstate that enough.
Yeah, I totally agree.